Hey guys, it's Jake here with eTrailer. Today we have a 2024 Toyota Sienna, and we're going to be taking a look at, and I'm going to show you how to install the CURT Class 3 2-inch hitch receiver. Adding a hitch to the back of your Sienna is going to allow you to do a couple different things. You can use it for bike racks or cargo carriers if you're wanting some more storage on the back of your vehicle, or you could do what this owner of this vehicle is going to do and then pull a small trailer. It's going to have pretty impressive weight capacity, so you can pull trailers that have by using weight distribution or not. Speaking of weight capacities, the weight capacities for this hitch are going to be a max tongue weight capacity of 350 pounds and a max gross trailer weight capacity of 3,500 pounds. That is the trailer plus the load included. Now, I mentioned that this it is compatible with weight distribution, so you can use that if you're wanting to pull a small cargo trailer that you're having issues with sway or the weight on it, or a camper. A lot of people will use their minivans to pull campers so they can enjoy the weekends. This is going to change the weight capacities if you're using weight distribution to 500 pounds of tongue weight and a max gross trailer weight capacity of 5,000 pounds. To secure our accessories, we're going to have a 5/8" hitch pin hole here. The hitch pin and clip do not come with our hitch, so you will want to pick one up, locking or non-locking, off our website. You will get the safety chain tabs so that you can get your safety chains hooked up. They work well for your S-hook style like that, or for your clevis style. I will get some measurements so you know what you're getting and how it's going to fit your Sienna. From the center of our hitch pin hole to the outermost part of our bumper is about 3.5 inches. From the ground to the top inside of our receiver tube is about 11.25. So you will want to look for accessories with a raised shank. Most cargo carriers will naturally come with a 2-inch rise in the shank. You just want to be sure when looking into bike racks, look for those with a little bit higher raise so you don't have to worry about your bikes dragging on the ground. As far as the installation goes, this install is very, very straightforward and simple. You'll essentially have to remove one plastic panel off the driver's side, lower that down. It gives you access to the bottom of the frame rail. You don't have to do anything to the passenger side, but you will have to remove some plugs that are in the weld nuts that are on our vehicle. So other than that, you just lift up the hitch and then tighten down the hardware. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. To begin our installation, we're going to have a couple of push pin fasteners along the outside edge here that we have to remove. Pop those out. And we're also going to have a couple of bolts on this front side we'll have to take out. We'll have a couple of 10mm bolts. We don't have to take that one out, but we will have one here and one right here. There is one more 10mm bolt up here in this hole. You can see they have a little access cut out for you. We'll just slide this up in there, get that removed. On both sides of our vehicle, we're going to have 3 plastic caps that look like this. They're going to have a little flathead in the middle of it. Just gently twist on them, and then eventually get your hand on it, twist it out the rest of the way. We're going to take some penetrating oil, spray it inside of each one of these holes. I recommend doing this. Our car is brand new, doesn't have very many miles on it, but years down the road, water can get up inside of those and start to rust and thread. So just clean them out, get any of the road grime or gunk that's up in there. We're just using a tube brush in order to do this. And this will make putting our hardware in place a lot easier. Before we lift our hitch up into place, I wanted to show you the hardware combination of what it looks like. We've got our conical tooth washer. You see these little teeth on it. You want that facing the hitch. Then you slide it over your bolts, and then this is what we're going to thread into these holes once we get our hitch lifted up. With an extra set of hands, we're going to lift our hitch up into place. Just line it up with those holes in the bottom of our frame rail there, and we'll reach up. On the passenger side here, it's going to be a little tighter because we have the exhaust. Just try to get one of your bolts started, and then we'll let the hitch rest on it. And we'll take a 19mm socket and get these snugged up. We'll come back with a torque wrench and torque these down to the specifications and the instructions. The last thing in your installation that you want to do is to trim that panel. The panel that we just removed from here, a lot of people don't like to trim that because they don't know if they'll ever want to take the hitch off, put the panel back up. There's no harm in leaving the panel out of there because everything here is still supported. So if you want to trim the panel, you can follow the instructions, trim out the little section so that the hitch can stick out of it and put it back up. But for our installation, the owner of our vehicle did not want it trimmed, so we're going to leave it out. And that's going to do it for the installation. Hopefully this video helped you decide whether or not the CURT 2-inch hitch receiver is right for you in your 2024 Toyota Sienna.